Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Joining me on today's episode of Atn Politics is Honorable Wisdom Ajiwa Okereke, member representing Eleme Constituency, River State Youth Parliament. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
You're looking good. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
We head straight into our stories of discussion for today. Abiodun Isiaq Akinlade Beneficiaries Forum has endorsed the governorship ambition of the member representing Yewa South and Ipokia Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives. Abiodun Akinlade ahead of the 2027 elections. The group described Akinlade as a lawmaker whose representation has promoted good governance and youth empowerment in Ogun State. This was contained in a statement made available to journalists on Thursday, signed by the forum's Publicity Secretary Nahimat Adeshola, Chairman Omotosho Kazim, and Secretary Ogunyale Titilobe. The forum described Akinlade as a leader with proven integrity, vision, and commitment to development. It noted that his leadership style has consistently prioritized youth welfare, professionalism, and institutional growth, earning him widespread respect among young people in the state and beyond. According to the group, Akinlade's record in public service demonstrates the qualities required to lead the state effectively, expressing confidence in his ability to deliver people-oriented governance if elected. The forum also highlighted his role in facilitating employment opportunities for thousands of youths through federal government initiatives, describing it as evidence of his empowerment and progress. On stakeholders and opinion leaders, state to support Akinlade's governorship ambition, noting that his candidacy aligns with the aspirations of the people. The group added that Akinlade's support for youth empowerment through access to federal government employment opportunities underscores his dedication to the progress of the people. Let me get your thoughts on a group endorsement of political aspirants.
When I studied the story from Ogun State, right?
Yes.
From Ogun State, I noticed the rep member has been somebody that has been developing the state even as a rep member.
Okay.
I think he was among those, or if not in the charge that had to complete the Gateway International Airport in Ogun State. I think and he has been creating job opportunities to the extent he was even named Mr. Job Creator in Ogun State. Somebody having such kind of qualities will be endorsed by a lot of groups because he has showed a very good track record. His record will speak for him. So if groups are coming up to endorse him, I think it's not a bad idea. There are some people that are saying he's of the All Progressive Congress. He's an APC member, and you know, the APC, they are hijacking all these states. But whether we like it or not, this man in particular, Rep.
Akinlade.
Yes, he is somebody that has a very good track record. If you should ask me,
Okay.
educational-wise, healthcare services, and everything that you can think of. So if groups are coming out to show their support for him to contest, I think it's a very good idea to me.
Okay, irrespective of the fact that this group is endorsing him, would we say that it could suffice for the opinion of majority in Ogun State?
Majority. Currently, Ogun State is of the APC. You are aware? The current governor of Ogun State is a member of the All Progressive Congress. He's also contesting under the All Progressive Congress, meaning, and they have the majority, if you should ask me, joining with his good track record, or what he has been doing as a rep member.
Okay.
So I think it's a sweet race for him.
My question is in two formats. One,
okay.
Every group, every society, every institution has an interest.
Okay.
And this group endorsed him prior to the elections, or governorship election. Could it be seen as an early endorsement, which is hinged on personal interest in the sense that yes, when it goes down there, he's going to favor our interest?
No. That is not how it is done.
Okay.
When your track record speaks for you, people will come out and see, especially those that have benefited.
Okay.
Following his track record, I have to go back to his track record. He has given employment to more than 1,000 youths. He has new classroom blocks in some schools. He has given even this in scholarships down to some students. So students can also form a group. The youth body can also form a group. I don't know if you understand. Yeah, so people coming out to say we have endorsed him, it's out of his track record and not trying to buy favor for their own self. I don't know if you understand. Okay. If I am doing well, for instance, and I'm in the reps, and I said, okay, I have vision, and I want to be the governor of Rivers State, for instance, and I've been doing well, people will, in fact, it will even get to a point that some group will chase form for you to contest. I don't know if you understand. That is if your record is good. So I think it is not a personal interest to those group people being the first to endorse that is going to favor them alone. He has been working for the state. He did not work for a particular group alone all through his stay in the reps. So if a particular group comes up to endorse him early, it doesn't mean he's going to support or work in line with just that group alone. I don't know if you understand.
Thank you for throwing that lane. Let me hinge on that lane. Let me give you an out of context situation. Okay. You must have known the story of is it Isaac Ochikop, the one who served his uncle, and then at the end of it, he was to marry his preferred wife, and then he was asked to serve for another 7 years to marry. Now, we've had leaders whom have come out with a good track record when they were serving in a much smaller capacity, and then they're endorsed and they eventually get to the top. And when they get down there, it seems like the track record that was built was a ladder towards getting their ambition. Once they've gotten it to your tent to Israel.
Okay, I will come in. Yes, it happens. I'm not going to deny that fact. It happens to some bad leaders. I will call them bad leaders. But once it comes to public service, you're serving the general public, and whatsoever you do while you're in office, even as a public servant, speak for you. Okay. First, he's in the reps currently, right? He's also serving the public, and in the same capacity, he has been working from that angle to his state, doing well. If by God's grace, next year he becomes the governor of the state, that is the same public office that we are still talking about. So I believe he would do better as a person. I'm not his spokesman, but if he has a good record and he's a good leader, I believe he will do better.
One more question before we move to the next story. One of his track records is he supports for youth empowerment, access to federal government employment opportunities. Yes. Underscores his dedication to the progress of the people. Now, the question is, if he hinged on this as a major driving force towards his political ambition or his own service to the people he's serving, why don't we have leaders who prioritize these as one of the major factors to consider why they're in position?
Leadership is personal. In fact, let me even digress a little. Do you know he has an open net from ADC? Okay. Yeah, where? What's Doctor something? I know. He's into AI. And now he's using AI as a means of campaigning. I don't know if you understand where I'm coming from. Right. But this person in question is using his track record, what he has done already, as a means. If he has linked, if through him being in the House of Reps, has initiated projects that can link up employment from youth of Ogun State down to the federal level, I think that should be a very good record you can use to speak. Most of these leaders that have such opportunities and fail to utilize it and want to come back home to recontest, we pray someday the even the citizens would do what?
Rise up.
Okay. And stand against such
you just mentioned most of the leaders that failed. I would love to use my own. Who didn't meet up to the responsibilities that was given to them? Is he a system fault or the individual's ideology?
Individual's ideology. If I am being opportune to be in that office, the first set of people I would think of is the people I am representing. Okay. They are my major interests. They happen to be my own constituents. So if they are not benefiting, that means I am not doing my job. I don't know if you understand. So it falls back to the leader. If you are a leader representing somebody in any office, representing a group of people, constituents, and you decided not to do what you are supposed to do to help them benefit from the government, okay, that means it is your personal interest. It is your personal reason to fail your people, and not because of what is happening in the government to an extent. Government, okay, how does it go? They have budget, isn't it? They have a budget. You arrive in the office after your inauguration, you have to draft out a budget on what and what you are supposed to do for your people. The budget will be submitted, isn't it? Yes. Thereafter, to be approved, at least they will slash some and they will leave some. Those ones that they have left for you to do, why not execute them? I don't know if you understand. Execute those little ones and make sure this is the little way your people can benefit. Most of these people will end up taking all the money, putting it inside their pockets, and they will come back and still demand for support. A day will come in Nigeria whereby everybody will be accountable for any public office you've had. So that is what I have to say to that effect.
Right, Comrade, thank you for your opinion on that story. I'll move on to the next story of discussion. Fresh crisis engulfed the African Democratic Congress as a faction within the party issued a strongly worded rebuttal to Bolaji Abdullahi, rejecting his claims to the position of National Publicity Secretary and accusing him of attempting a failed takeover. In a statement signed by Christopher Okechukwu, who identified himself as Director of Media and Public Affairs of the authentic ADC, the group described Abdullahi's recent remarks as a bundle of falsehoods and a confession of a failed conspiracy. Okechukwu questioned Abdullahi's legitimacy within the party, challenging him to clarify his membership status. The statement also dismissed claims allegedly made by Abdullahi that Bola Tinubu was plotting to impose leadership on the party, describing the assertion as baseless. The faction further accused Abdullahi and his associates of undermining the party's constitution in pursuit of power, insisting that due process must be followed in any leadership transition. Okechukwu also alleged that some state party chairmen who initially aligned with Abdullahi had been abandoned after being used to advance what he described as an illegitimate agenda. The statement further criticized the composition of Abdullahi's alleged camp, accusing it of being populated by politicians with questionable records. Reaffirming the position of his faction, Okechukwu maintained that the party structure remains intact under what he described as its legitimate leadership. We see ADC having
political crisis.
Let me get your thought on that. Before you say something, I think it wasn't anticipated, or wasn't anticipated soon enough.
I saw it coming up. Sorry to use that word, but okay. I saw ADC having even much more political crisis. If you ask me how, I will explain. When I saw the formation of ADC sometime last year, 2025, right? Yes. I told a friend of mine that this is dead on arrival. He asked me how. I said, the group of people coming together to form this coalition, these are people that have personal interests. This person will not allow this person to overrule this other person. They already have their inner caucus cartel. Okay, now, this is the issue on ground between the spokesman, Bolaji. David Mark happens to be the party chairman, which he was inaugurated July 2nd, 2025. Okay. Together with the party secretary. Bolaji was inaugurated July 5th, 2025. But do you know this issue that we are looking at now is not even between Bolaji as a spokesperson. It is between the former ADC that has been in existence, between this new set of people that came into ADC. The former ADC, I'm talking about the fashion of Gombe. You are aware of his fashion?
Yeah.
Good. That is the fashion. So it is Bola Gombe's fashion against David Mark's fashion of ADC.
Interesting.
To the best of my knowledge, that is just what I'm trying to explain. It is now crisis between the leadership. Bolaji is working in line with David Mark. That is where we can find Atiku, Peter Obi, Erufai, and others, which are the new members that came into the party.
Okay.
What is the other faction's argument? Their argument is they are not authentic members of the party. They don't have a party membership registration card, and they are not yet authentic members. Now, when a group of people that have so many interests come together to form a coalition, there must be misunderstanding within themselves. I saw this crisis ahead, coming up in ADC. But the advice I will give is, the matter has been taken to court severally. Okay. If you have been following up the case, the matter has been taken to court severally. I think even the Court of Appeal have passed an appeal to that. Right?
Before you delve deeply into that, I've had guests come on the show, and then we've spoken about the impending problem that could be foreseen in
ADC.
Not just ADC, in also in APC. If you want to, I'm not forecasting doom, but like you said, when people come in, and then their interest differs, it gets to the point where one has to speak out. Now, most of them come. Joining the party, you are aligning yourself to the party's ideology. Thus, we shouldn't expect a revolt to come up.
Yes, that one is also correct. But in ADC, the caliber of persons that are coming into the party for a purpose. ADC was on the ballot come 2023. Are you aware? They were on the ballot.
Yeah.
But now, likes of Atiku Abubakar, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, His Excellency Peter Obi, His Excellency Rotimi Amechi, His Excellency Erufai, and the rest, they have all come together. They only came together for a reason: to contest for presidency against Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Let us assume, looking at the strength of ADC, if they should come together, coalesce together, maybe they can fight. But within themselves now, you can see the result of what is happening. You came into the party. I don't want to accuse them that they hijacked the party structure as of that July 2025. But what transpired was, a meeting was called. David Mark was made chairman of the party. I don't know if you understand. Taking over from the former chairman of the party, trying to protect their own interests.
Okay.
Whether we like it or not, crisis must come up because they are original members of the party. This thing has happened even in Rivers State. There was one certain election. Was it even since 2019 election? There was a particular party. Then I cannot really recall the name of that particular party in Rivers State, but it was just a few days to the election. And the court now passed a judgment in favor of the party that the candidate running is not a member of the party, because the original members of the party were there and they were all oppressed. I don't know if you can understand. It happened. So I foresaw this in ADC. That is why I will always tell people, ADC is a party that, to the best of my knowledge, is dead on arrival.
No,
interest is too much. You see what will happen even in their primaries. Let us just observe and see what will happen.
So are you saying that the party's ideology isn't a strong factor to binding different?
There is no agreement between the members of the party. The Bala Gombe's fashion is not willing to work with this David Mark's fashion. Where there is no agreement, they cannot have a structure to work with, ideology to work with will not be in the same line. In fact, let me even tell you, there's a rumor we are even hearing currently about the same party, ADC. There's a rumor that we are hearing, but I'm just trying to.
We don't rumors. We don't
So
facts.
okay. They are saying if Peter Obi is not giving the ADC presidential tickets, most of their members will withdraw from the party.
But that's a natural occurrence.
Okay, I don't want to call it. I have to, because it has not been verified. But since you're also aware,
But you know when he moves to from Labour Party to ADC, these members move him.
The member moved with him. Okay, now let us assume Peter Obi is not given ticket to contest even as a president in ADC. ADC will have more crisis because people will pull out. I don't know if you understand, but assuming the party fixes its vision ahead of personal interests, I think the members will be willing to accept any of the results. But different set of people came with their different interests to run personal race under the particular umbrella. So we expect more distinct crisis within them. But I'm always wishing them well. They should look for a way to resolve, because if you do not unite, if you take APC as a case study, APC, I don't think currently there's any heavy crisis currently in APC. They are all agreeing
Not yet.
to one presidential candidate.
Currently.
Good. That means there is no crisis.
Currently.
If there should be crisis in APC, it will be after 2027 election. I don't know if you understand, but let us not go into that one for now. So ADC crisis between their spokesperson. I don't think it is just between the spokesperson and the other group. It is between the leadership of the party. This spokesman is loyal to a particular fashion. Most of the things he's saying it to favor a particular fashion. I don't know if you understand. So it is not between them. It is between the leadership of the party. The David Marks led, I don't call it led ESCO, David Marks leadership and that of Bala Gombe's leadership.
All right, comrade, thank you for all your thoughts on that story. We will go on a short break, and when we return, we'll continue with the rest of our stories. Still stay tuned.
I need to do a little
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. With me in the studio is Comrade Collins, right? Wisdom Okereke, if I'm not mistaken. Now we'll dive right into the rest of our stories. Presidential aspirant on the platform of the People's Democratic Party, Benga Olawepo has intensified consultations within the party following a high-level meeting with Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde. According to a statement issued by his media office and made available to newsmen on Thursday, the closed-door meeting held in Abuja underscored the need for cohesion among key stakeholders. Olawepo Hashim described the engagement as productive and forward-looking, stressing that it focused on strengthening unity within the party. He noted that the discussions went beyond routine consultations and addressed broader strategic concerns affecting the party's future. Olawepo Hashim commended Makinde's commitment to the party, describing the governor as a consistent advocate of democratic values. He emphasized that unity remained critical to his ability to be credible opposition. Olawepo Hashim optimistic sustained engagement to resolve the crisis and restore confidence among members. The PDP has impacted internal crisis since its November 2025 elective national convention held in Ibadan, Oyo. Which was by several PDP governors produced a new working committee, but also triggered divisions within the party. The crisis worsened following the exit of the former national chairman before the expiration of his tenure and the emergence of parallel leadership claims. We have Makinde and Olawepo Hashim meeting over PDP crisis. To what would this meeting go regarding the seemingly unending PDP crisis?
Well, PDP crisis is a very serious matter. I think it is a matter of concern, this particular crisis in PDP. This crisis has lasted for years.
Okay.
And it is not a good thing for the PDP. Reconciliation has always been my stand for them as a party. But you cannot reconcile with one fashion. It will not be called reconciliation.
Okay.
The summary of the meeting between the Oyo State Governor and the presidential aspirant, Olawepo, I think it is a good one. I think when they met, they discussed about the internal crisis of the party. They also discussed way forward, what and what should be done to make sure this party is united.
Okay.
Because whether we like it or not, if the party is not united, they cannot come out with one flag bearer. There will be court cases till the end of the election. And they may even end up not being on the ballot when there are court cases everywhere.
Okay.
Meeting with the Oyo State Governor, Seyi Makinde, is a good move by
Olawepo Hashim.
Yeah, it is a good move, which I must say. But I will advise him as well to also meet with the FCT Minister's fashion, because he has not met with the fashion. Okay. So I will advise him to also move to that other aspect to see how he can reconcile the both parties before their convention, the both factions rather, before the PDP convention comes up. It is very sad to announce that PDP has just 2 governors in Nigeria out of 36 states. In fact, there was a rumor blowing last week that even the Bauchi State,
Bala.
Yeah, Bala. Mohammed already decamped to APC, but thank God he came back to debunk the particular rumor, and even the APC as a party came up to say they are not aware of his movement into their party. That means we still have 2 governors in PDP as of now. 2 governors go an election as a party to deliver a candidate against a party that has up to 32 governors, if I'm not mistaken, APC. It is a big gap. So what I can only advise PDP at this stage is reconciliation. Now you have ambition to be a president, and you are a very experienced man. Do you know, I went down to also notice that Olawepo contested for president of Nigeria as of 2000 under the AD. He ran for president of Nigeria 2000. Alliance for This in Democracy. That was the name of the party. That means he has been in this system. despite the fact he has never been a state governor before. He ran under a party 2019 or 2018, which he did not really win. That means he has experience from the initial stage of democracy in Nigeria. So he should be able to understand better that democracy has to do with numbers.
Okay.
Numbers of majority. I don't know if you understand.
I do.
So when your party is not united, how will you guys come together to form a majority when there is internal crisis? Meeting with the Oyo State Governor, which is a particular fashion, is a very good move. It's a very good move per se. But I think it is not enough. He's an aspirant. He shouldn't choose side.
Okay, so what you're saying, he meeting Shayi Makinde is could be said as an indication of him choosing side?
I'm not really saying he went, but he has met with him. But
Okay.
if he goes back to meet with the FCT governor, then I can boldly say he has done the right thing. But if he's endorsing the Oyo State governor's fashion alone, using it as a fashion he wants to use to contest as a president, I don't think it is a good move.
Sideline the FCT ministers.
Thank you, and I don't think it is a good move for him, because the other fashion will fight you back. I don't know if you understand. So he must look into reconciliation of the both fashion. And since he's the presidential aspirant, okay, he has not been given the ticket, so let me not call him presidential candidate yet of the party. He's also an aspirant, and they may have other aspirants. But him as an elder, someone that has run for president in the year 2000, is an man. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah, I do.
Should be able to look beyond choosing a particular fashion. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
To run a particular race. He has other elders. We have the person of even the former President Goodluck Jonathan. He's in the party. I think he should consult him and see how they can come up with a way of reconciling the two fashions so that the party will be united and they can look on a way of moving forward. So that is my take on that.
All right, comrade. You want to say something more?
I would love to commend him for your study. I should meet with the other. My stand.
All right, comrade. Thank you for your opinion on that story.
Thank you.
We'll move on to the last story for today. Former member of the National Assembly, Farah Dagogo, has called on Nigerians to engage in deep reflection and renewed civic responsibility as the 2027 general elections draw nearer. Dagogo represented Degema and Boni Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives during the 9th National Assembly, made the call in a goodwill message to mark the subsequent observance of Eid al-Fitr and a Christian Lent. In a statement issued in Port Harcourt on Thursday by his media aide Ibrahim Lawal, the 2023 governorship aspirant on the platform of the People's Democratic Party urged citizens to take active roles in shaping their future by electing leaders committed to policies that improve livelihoods and promote national development. Dagogo also extended warm greetings to Muslim and Christian faithful, commending their sacrifice, discipline and devotion during the sacred periods of fasting and spiritual purification. He noted that the overlap of Ramadan and Lent at the onset of the electoral cycle carries both symbolic and spiritual significance. According to him, the alignment of the two religious observances offers a unique opportunity for Nigerians to reflect on moral values and apply them to the political process. Dagogo noted that effective governance depends on leaders responsive to the aspirations of the people, urging voters to prioritize competence, accountability, and integrity in their choices. He enjoined Nigerians to harness the moral and spiritual lessons of these periods to foster responsible citizenship and strengthen the country's democratic process. We have ex-rep Dagogo urging renewed civic responsibility. Let me get your thoughts on his statement before I ask further questions.
I think it is a very good one.
Okay.
It's a very good one. Civic responsibility. I think it is it has to do with the well-being of people in a particular society, respecting the well-being of the people.
He's talking in regards to the 2027 general elections.
That is the same thing. I'm still heading towards that same pattern. It has to do with leaders or office holders respecting people that they are rolling. I don't know if you understand.
I do.
That means you have to be accountable for anything that you are doing. It has to do with the systematic practice of democracy. I don't know if you understand.
I do.
So I think bringing such advice today that has to do with even the Ramadan of our Muslim brothers, I think it is a good advice coming from our former reps member.
But irrespective of the fact that he's calling for civic responsibility, don't you think it's a two-way thing also? It not just behoves on the citizens, also the government should also have their own role to play.
It's the same thing. Government should be accountable for whatever they are doing. They should lead right, respect the rule of law, and respect the people that they are leading. Respect the rights of even their followers, citizens. Then we, even as the citizens, from our own end, we should respect the rule of law and obey rules coming out from the government. That is what he was trying to say better. Civic responsibility has to be renewed.
Let me get your thought, comrade. Do you think most Nigerians still have faith in the electoral body regarding 2027 elections?
Thank you for this particular question. I believe I always come across this particular question on daily basis.
Okay.
People lost hope, just like I said in my former show. People have lost hope in INEC. People have lost hope in the voting system in Nigeria. But we thank God for this new Electoral Act. I don't know if you understand. We thank God. This electronic transmission of results has renewed the hope in most of us.
You think so?
I think so. I think so, because they said the result will be transmitted.
But don't forget the manual is also still implicated.
It is a way of backup. It is a way of backup. That is, if this one doesn't work well. But let us believe in it. If you should tell me that I should accept the fact that people shouldn't vote because they have lost hope in this voting system, then I will tell you an election will be called, we will not know who is our leaders, and people will not even vote. I don't know if you understand.
I do.
And the results will be called up. I don't know if you understand. The people that will come out to vote will vote. We don't know if they might vote for the right people. And whatsoever happen will affect everybody living inside the country. So whether we trust the process or not, let us come out and do what? Participate. You have your voters card and come out and participate. Vote and defend your vote. Let me just use that word. Okay. Vote. Don't lose hope. Don't lose hope.
All right. Irrespective of the fact you keep saying don't lose hope, don't lose hope. We also expect our electoral bodies to
be transparent,
enough.
They should be transparent
not to
enough.
Lose the
electoral bodies should be transparent enough. Yes, I will also say that. We know they are all humans. Most of them are open to corruption. But I don't think it is advisable for them to continue that way, those of them that are into that.
Okay.
But due to the fact that we are trying to build this country, this our country, to a particular stage whereby we can comfortably sit down and tell the story of how we've grown. And America got it right. Not that they just started the way it was. They have been trying. I don't know if you understand. So Nigeria is also growing. If we lose hope, if the INEC officers continue to be corrupt, we the voters decide not to vote, tell me what will happen in the next. There won't be anything like election. They will just pick people and do what? Fix in, which is not advisable.
All right.
So I will urge citizens, I will always call them citizens, I will urge citizens, and I will also inform the masses to go get their voters card. Registration is ongoing. Go and register and have your PVC. Then the people that have gotten it, do well to participate. That is the only way you can give back.
All right, comrade.
Or choose your leaders.
All right, comrade. I think we're out of time, and I'd love to thank you for being a guest on the show today. It was an insightful time having you on the show.
Thank you, sir.
And this is what we wrap it up on this episode of Atn Politics. Don't forget, we open for sponsorship of this program, jingles and advertisements, news and events, coverage, personalities, society and political interviews, service promotion and commercials. Watch us live on www.atlanticnetwork.tv, on Facebook and YouTube at Atlantic Television Network, on Apple TV channel 205, on Lime's TV platform, iProtect platform, Apple TV, and Naja TV, Eurocode TV. Connect with us on ATN Social, subscribe, like, and share Facebook and YouTube at Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1, and on X at Atlantic TV Net. And don't forget, peace and unity are the pathways to progress. Thank you for watching. I am Favor Chikwesiru Michael.
Thank you, sir.